feel like if there are emotions that are in places in the body and are stuck in places in the body, that's sort of what we're talking about. And I'm trying to, okay, so you have a memory, and you can say, well, that's a good memory because you remember something, and that brings up good feelings. And you're saying, you know, then that's okay.
Stay with it. Allow it to inspire you.
Yeah, or allow it to pass, just as, I guess I see it as a continual flow thing, and that it's about allowing everything to pass through. And
well, the question is which way it flows. Yes, it's a continual flow. But there's a downward flow that's like releasing, relaxing, letting go. And there's an upward flow which is attaching, taking action on. And so it's a matter of discernment. Like, is that something I need to act on? Is that it feels good, but is that really in line with my environment? You know, somebody's sitting in a circle and they're going in a sharing circle and they feel an intense sense of joy about getting up and going to getting a cookie while somebody is performing. So maybe that's a good emotion, but is it the right time for that to happen, or are you going to interrupt this performance? So even a good emotion, you let go of it, because even by acting on that good emotion for you, you're upsetting the experience of a larger population. So it's having that awareness of both self's emotions and then other emotions. And to really do that, we have to have those experiences that allow us to see ourselves from a variety of perspectives. And that helps us become more in line with our higher self, so to speak, a bigger sense of discernment. But you have to hope that the community, the people you are around, have, I mean, generally with more minds, you get a little bit better discernment, but it's not necessarily the case you can have a community supporting you in something that's entirely wrong. On a bigger picture, it's all like elevated levels of seeing, you know, the Walton family and the people who work in the top floors of Wal-Mart, all they see is like, yes, we're doing a good thing. But if they really branched out and expanded some more and got some more input into their subjective reality, they'd see, well, you know, this is what it's doing, and this is how a lot of people feel about it just outside of this structure. So it's about expanding and allowing oneself to see broader perspectives so one can come to understand what is positive and what is negative, and when to act and follow a thought or an emotion, and when to let it go.
And what do you follow?
What do you follow?
Yeah.
The emotion that leads to the inspiration.
I mean, what do you? If it's all about discernment, what are you following? What's guiding you?
A sense of balance, a sense of beauty, and a sense of ease. A rhythm. And timing.
Where do those come from?
Here and here. the heart linked up with the head.
Okay, so to get clear, the reason that I brought this up is that, you know, my concern this morning and my thought, and the reason I said that, you know, we both came from backgrounds with, you know, with parents who were active in the field of psychology, and seeing that not working, and seeing, you know, trying to find another way, and what I've been hearing from you in the past, you know, for a while now, what I was hearing was you're saying that there is sort of this mass of emotion there, kind of a dark, undifferentiated blob. You said this the other day.
You're interpreting words that I said from an objective place, from an emotional place.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that's like, it's not a negative black hole, it's potential energy. It's just like energy that can be turned into anything.
But so what you've been saying is what one needs to do is detach, because it's held, these things are held in the body. One needs to detach from the body.
No.
To allow these things to die off. I mean, yes, you have been saying that to me, Stephen. You've been saying I need to
the
detach
linkage
from my body.
Yes, when
to allow this
when
stuff to die.
Yes, when you're attached to both parts, and the energy lies in the body, and there's also an emotional memory in the body. And there's also part of that emotional memory is in the brain. And so when the two get in tandem with one another on a negative thought trail.
Like the hypothalamus? Is that what
yeah.
Okay.
That would be memory. Like the limbic brain is also involved. The whole thing is involved.
Yeah.
When the two get in tandem on a negative thought form, then you disconnect from that. So you do separate the body and the mind. It's like, you know, it's like two kids that always cut up in class. Well, they're cutting up and they're disrupting everybody else. So what do? You send one to the side of the classroom and one to the other. So it's the same thing with the body. You've got the body that's fueling this rage that keeps happening in an employee. And it's like, okay, well, maybe that's not helping anybody here, myself included. I'm aware of that, so let's relax. Let's ground. Let's allow that to go. Let's maybe notice something about them that I like. Let's take that. Let's connect with it, and let's build our associations with that person, the visual image of them, with that new positive emotion. And so let's smooth that relationship over.
Okay, but so you remain really in contact with the body and all that stuff, all the stuff that is potentially there. You allow that to still be there, and you are in contact with all that, and it's just that when one aspect flares up, that's when you treat it this other way. So it's not that you just have this disconnection.